What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pertam, and it's at the middle of a storm right now, unfortunately. But that's okay, we'll be inside for a little bit. In the background, you can see the mining ship that I built on the live stream a few days ago. We're going to work on that a little bit today, as well as some more base work now that we have the resources to do so. If you watched the live stream, you'll know that there were a little bit of complications with the mining ship. It ran out of battery power and wasn't quite able to stay in the air when it was like fully loaded. So there's some upgrades that I want to do to it. I was thinking on it for a little bit, and we'll get to that in a little while. I also put Issy's inventory manager mod on, and I think it's working on getting some of these components crafted up. Sounds like the refineries are running. If we just go in here, take a quick look. Refineries. You can see they're still processing quite a bit of iron ore from one of the trips with the mining ship, so that is good. We have resources now, I think. Steel plate. We have 1900 right now. It's supposed to go to 2000. But it is also trying to craft, it looks like, motors, interior plates, and stuff like that. Because the refineries are very slow. I have the settings pretty difficult on purpose so that it's a little bit more of a challenge for me. And we're getting hit by debris and stuff like that, so that's nice. It would be pretty nice if the storm would stop. I wanted to go and see. I had to drop some ice off before when the ship ran out of power, and I completely forgot to go check and see if it was still there, so I do want to do that. And then I haven't done any work down here yet as far as we started building the stairs out. I was trying to figure out how I wanted it to go. Still need to think on that for a little bit, but for the most part, I think this entryway down into, I guess, the basement isn't too bad. I'll have to add some lighting and all that stuff a little bit later on. And I think the storm is clearing, it looks like, at least, because we can see some clear skies. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna jetpack over to the location. I know the ship was parked here, but I think the ice was a little bit further. I don't remember exactly where I dropped it all off, but I figure if I see a giant ice chunk, then that's where it was. But I'm guessing it's probably gone. I want to say it was like right here. Oh, what's this? Is that it? I think this is it. Okay, so it is still here. Can't take all of it, but didn't want to leave it behind. It would be such a waste. The whole point of the trip that was not quite successful was for ice. So we'll do that. And I do want to take a look at the batteries. I know the refineries are running right now, so we are still charging. Currently inputting about 800 kilowatts, which is about 1.6 megawatts, because we put this other battery up here during the stream as well. And 2 batteries is not going to be enough, especially with the upgrades that I have planned. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Yeah, especially with the upgrades I've got planned for the ship. It's going to need all the battery power it can get. Let me just grab the last of that little bit of ice, and I'll be right back. I really need to get this solar tower finished as well. With the base, I want it to be like, kind of look like concrete. But I think that is my favorite thing right now. I love the way it looks. So many things to do, so much to get done. Put the rest of that ice in there, see what we're looking at. So the H2 generator's got quite a bit. Where's it going? I feel like I should have more iron than that, too. Of the current ship. Why? Oh, never mind. Okay. So that's the iron that I have left after... Okay, so after this has done all of its crafting and everything. So not a lot. Not very much at all. Unknown signal. Okay, so I think it is time to move on to the mining ship. Because we're gonna need it. And I'm trying to think of how I can keep it docked. Maybe. And this might just be kind of a little bit crazy to do, but what if I put a landing gear on the base to kind of hold it? I mean, why not? And then I can grab some of the light armor blocks. Extend this out a little bit more. This is not permanent either. I'm going to be getting rid of this once I have a proper spot for the mining ship, because that's temporary as well. I just needed some conveyor access. We hop in here. Go to battery. That one's just about full, almost full. Not quite full, which is fine because this one is actually not gonna stay there. Okay. So plan. Get this moved. And I think this will work okay. Other than I think it might be trying to... No, maybe not. Let's just turn all of these off. Just for the time being. That should work. Okay, so plan. We ran out of battery power before. Didn't quite have enough lifting capability. Actually, I don't know if I want to do what I have planned or not. I feel like that might be a little bit too much. You know what? We'll do it. We'll do it. It might be just a little bit on the excessive side, but that's fine. So let's get the connector off. We're gonna need to take both of those out. And then... Are you in the way or are you good? I think that one's fine. So, with this ship, we have two batteries here with the thrusters on the sides, and I think I'm going to do the same thing and then add two more drills behind it. So it's going to be quite a bit longer than it already is, but it'll have double the battery capacity and quite a bit more lifting thrust. Is that too much? Maybe. Very well, maybe. Okay, so I can place batteries. So, where do I have the first battery? Like right there. If I go there, and then we can put some more batteries. I think they're facing in this direction. Put one here. and one right below it. I don't think I have power cells set up for the auto crafting. Are they even on there? No. Interesting. Let's see. There's not that one. There's power cells. We want to keep 20 on hand at least. At all times. And I know I'm going to lose the power cells off of this guy. That's okay. They're really not super expensive. But why can't I not make them? 1.8, 408. I have the silicone. Looks like I don't have the nickel and iron though. Crap. Do I have nickel nearby? I don't know if I found nickel by itself. Silver ship ice. Oh, okay. Well. I guess we can just mine some stone. And that'll get us going. At least for now. Okay, I underestimated
inventory full.
How much I was gonna need. So we might not be able to get this fully upgraded just yet. And we're gonna need 4 power cells. Just power cells. Okay, so I think we're good there. Alright, so with the extra battery power we have there, I think we can do a little bit of mining in the meantime, because I'm not going to have everything I need to make the rest of it. Let's do that. Eat some kelp crisp. Go here. Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. I took the thrusters off. I'll just slap a couple of these guys on again real quick. Turn all those back on. Auto lock off. Unlocked. And what we need is quite a bit of stone. And I think the best way to go about this is I'm going to have to dig out the ground a little bit more anyways, because we're going to be extending the base out this way. So if we just do that. Keep it as level as we can. Oh, shit. We forgot. I gotta put the connector back on. Oh, and that's not gonna fit because of the batteries. Okay. Extendo the connectero. And now we can get it connected. Should pull everything out. Okay. Let's see how far that will get us now. Should be enough to at least Get the upgrades done. Alright. Now, back to what we were doing. Gonna want to be able to place these for one. Two, three. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that gives us 6 more thrusters there. We're gonna need more than that as well. But I want to get the drills on. And I want them to be in the same direction. I'm probably gonna have to put some iron or these guys on again so that they'll attach. Where are you? Oh, you're still not going to attach for me. Nope, okay, right here. Right? I believe so. Huh. Oh, this is crazy. This is a little bit crazy. I could probably fit another cargo container. I don't want to, though. At least not a modular cargo container. I think we can go with a medium and be alright. And then I think that will get us right where we want to be for the nectar as well. Can I put my bottles in here and they get refilled? Auto refill is on. It has ice. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, they did fill. Okay, it just took a little bit. Alright, connector be gone. And you. And then we can put medium cargo. I think I'll need the conveyor extension again, and then we can go connector. Looks a little bit funny. But we'll get it piped up and everything. We can run the conveyor lines over to here and then do another T up to this cargo container. And then kind of figure out how we want to lay everything else out. We got some empty space in here. Lots of empty spaces that we could use. We'll have to figure that out. We can take off. Well, didn't mean to take that off. So I think something kind of like this will probably work. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so we got one side welded up. We need to get the other. Wow, okay. I was surprised that I had enough in my inventory to complete that. Okay. So that's all hooked up. Have all these lift thrust. Run. I want to put more than that. We'll leave it like that for now. No, we can squeeze some more in, I think. Put 2 more. For safe measure. Okay. It wouldn't hurt to have another side thruster. Either. Yeah, having that auto crafting with the ISI's inventory is a lifesaver. So I just have to run up, grab what I need, and it should already be crafted and ready to go. For the most part. Yeah, a couple more thrusters for our forward thrust. And I don't have the motors? We must be out of material again. Well, poo. Alright. Let's get these guys right there. Fit a couple more in there as well. Okay, so we're not going to have enough material, it looks like. What are we missing? Oh, what is this? I don't want those. I would like the motors for sure, but it looks like we're short on... I'm going to have to tweak those settings again. Alright, so overall, what are we missing? Nickel, iron, silicone. Alright, slight change-ish of plans. Let's get those extra guys and just get them at least as much as we can here. That way we can use the mining chip. It's so long now. Alright. Unlock. Should, for the most part, be what we need. Alright, so I think it's at its limits right here. That should be enough to get us the rest of the way. Switch lock. Okay, so that should be running now. We should be getting these guys crafted back for the most part. Do you want... Still can't get the motors. Shouldn't be missing cobalt. Am I out of cobalt already? No, I was gonna say I got tons of cobalt. Can't get those motors though. Alright, starting to get some of the motors. I don't want to change this a little bit real quick. I'm gonna bring that down to 400 for now, and then that way it should hopefully start getting some of the motors going. Can't get 3 motors, come on. Alright, don't think we'll have quite enough. Right? Yeah, so still short 10 motors. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, I thought having this thing was gonna solve our resource problems, but I guess not. We are still short a lot of stuff. At least our batteries are showing some improvement though. I also haven't set the mining ship to recharge either, which I know is going to drain our resource. Do I have any magnesium? I'm sure I have to have some. Do you have a little bit of magnesium? I want to get rid of that bush. What's the best way to do that? I think what we'll do, hopefully, don't screw anything up. This takes motors too? Shoot. Oh, I need explosives. Maybe I can use a landing... A landing gear might work. I think I need a small battery as well. Alright, so we'll get back to that project in a sec. Need to get some more resources. Oop, that was a little bit too hard. Yeah, you can see the bush is just stuck. So we'll get that taken care of. Got plenty of steel plate. Alright, so let's start getting prepped for that. Let's bring this out. That actually should work. We'll want a landing gear, but not the big one. We're gonna want that guy. Do that. We'll want a small battery. Which I still need a couple of things for you. Build planner's empty. Warhead on top of that. That needs a couple of things. And then the last piece of the puzzle is a control panel. And this should work, because I think this is how I did it before. Okay. Alright, fingers crossed. Let me just save my progress. Now, if we go to the warhead, 10 seconds should be plenty of time. When checked, warhead can be detonated manually or by unwary handle. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Hopefully. There we go. Didn't have damaged really anything. That's good. But now, the bush is gone. So that's one way to get rid of the pesky bushes. I'm sure there's other ways, but that's the only one that I know of that works. Get some of these blocks in as filler. Because we're gonna... I'll have to take out some more of the terrain, but I want to put another large cargo next to this one. We do have a little bit more to chew out here. And then we'll have a large cargo next to it. Should work out fine. Oh, and then I did add the sleep mod. I know I was talking about it before. I think it's dark enough. Yep, there we go. Good morning. It is daytime. Is that a plushie in there? Oh, there is a little plushie in there. That's cool. Alright. Should be able to actually get the rest of these welded. Those ones are good. God. What is up with the motors? Iron. Alright. Time for some more mining again. But since we need to clear probably up to about here. Yeah, it works pretty good if I just slowly go down. I'll have to do a little bit of trimming with my hand drill. But that seems to work okay. If I just kind of like plunge down into it. Ooh, let's get connected. Those bars are pretty red, and it does not want to climb. Okay, so we should be getting some more stuff made very, very slowly. Iron, iron, iron. Iron is still quite the problem. And we're gonna need a ton of it to get this all welded up. But I think as far as space clearing down here is looking pretty good. While that is crafting though, I want to get some of this cleaned up a little bit. That's a little bit better. Still don't have the motors. Did this thing get filled up? It is 100% filled now. That is neat. Because it has its own H2O2 generator on it. That's right. Okay. And I think I'm going to want to separate that from the Issy's inventory thing. Oh, wait, no, I want the seeds. It went back in here, didn't it? It did. Oh, we got some motors coming in now. 197 motors? I'm going to definitely need to find a nickel patch. Seriously? There we go. Okay. That should be good. I want to kill my other batteries by charging all of these. It's got a pretty good charge on it though. Fully depleted in 29 minutes. Alright, so what I think I've got everything for the most part done on here. It's gonna need some light armor blocks and stuff to kind of finish it up. But what I want to do is make sure all of my batteries are set properly. And disconnect for now. So I don't want it to be attached when I paint. I think it's gonna be similar paint scheme. Let's copy dark blocks first. I think I got most of it. dark blocks, and then I think that's the orange that I want to go with, but maybe not the concrete. Or the battered armor. It's not quite orange enough. That's better. So all the pipes I want orange. I don't think I can hit that T. Actually, you know what? I got an idea. I have the paint gun. I don't have the paint gun, but I can get the paint gun. Maybe. No, I can't. I don't have freaking iron. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. When I can get the paint gun, I'll be able to paint the harder to reach block. I think all the pipes can be orange. Maybe the containers? Green? I really need the paint gun. It doesn't look terrible. And then I can do lots of filling in with different light armor blocks, I think. These I'm gonna keep green though, actually. I'll just keep the conveyors by themselves orange. But that doesn't look too bad. I'll connect you back up. I'll grab this unknown signal over here real quick. It's close enough. I'm comfortable just flying to it. I haven't collected any of these in a little while, and they've been popping up like mad. Food paste and mushroom spores and synth loaf. The value of 54, not bad. So we got a little bit of food items out of that. I will take it. I really should start collecting the unknown signals a lot more. I don't know why I don't. Easy peasy. I've never really quite looked at it that much, but it's just so barren. And there's just like a teensy tiny little base over here. Right on the hillside. Definitely look nice when it has more solar panels kind of laid around. Maybe one a little bit behind it at the top of that peak. Another one to the left. That'd be pretty good. Needs a lot of work still. But I think, for the most part, I'd say the mining ship is probably done right where it's at. Other than paint and a little bit of light armor touch-ups. I'd like to get some more of that iron, but that'll involve quite a bit more digging into the earth. Don't really want to do that. What about... do I have any other iron signals marked? I don't think so. Cobalt, iron, silicone, magnesium. I think the silicone was over here. What do we got? 19 minutes of battery? I think it's not charged for shit. 700, 700. These ones are the low ones. Alright, we're not going to go far. I'm going to stay very close. I just want to see if I can get some detections. There's something here. That's the silicone. There's something down there. There we go. Another iron patch. So let's... terrain clearing mode. And then kind of just go side to side. And try to expose the nice precious iron. think I can see a little bit of it peeking through. Yep, there we go. Let's clear some more area up at the top so it's nice and safe. I think it's more this direction anyways. So with a little bit exposed here, we can just go ahead and start drilling. We're gonna get some stone, which is completely fine because I don't have any nickel yet. Like a nickel patch. But we'll just go through, start mining this up. We should be getting some iron. What? We're not? Interesting. Okay. Now we should be, right? There we go. A little bit. I don't want to overload mining ship, so we're going to go about here. We can always come back and grab some more. We are about 100,000 kilograms and full thrust, 8 minutes of power, not much. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna call that good for now because I want to get these batteries charged up. Yeah, we'll call that good right there. Okay. I think the ship is at a point now where it's functional. Don't quite want to fill it all the way up its inventory just yet. Maybe I can find some more spots. I can add like one more lift thruster. But I don't really want to do that, I don't think. And I don't think... Oh, actually, ooh, I may be... Do these fit? Not really. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, let's try that. I don't know what their lift capability is compared to these small ones, but they fit fairly decently. I know I was talking about putting like skid plates over the batteries, but these can be functional skid plates. Yes. Let's try that. Except I don't have the motors that I need. Probably because I don't have the nickel that we need. Wait. Motors are somewhat coming in. Yep. It is the nickel that we're missing. Alright, so I won't be able to finish getting those welded on just yet, but I think that will work. And with those on there, should definitely have enough lifting capability. Let me compare. So these thrusters... Max thrust 73.51 kN. Oh, the optimal max thrust is 96. I think it's kilonewtons. I think that's what those are. So where we are right now, it's only 73 out of 96. So I'm thinking our air density must be a little bit off. Now these ones, oh, okay. 176, so like 100 kilonewtons more. 176. So it's like getting, well, it's like getting 4 more thrusters, so it's not a ton. So 2 of those thrusters equals one of these. roughly 2.5, something like that. So not bad. We'll get a little bit of extra thrust, at least enough to hopefully be able to fill it up all the way comfortably. But we'll see. Motors, yeah, we're not going to be getting any motors anytime soon. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode, I think, guys. Once I get those thrusters welded up, we should have no problem getting some light armor blocks on it to make it look a little bit better. And I have no idea what to name it either. I was thinking something like Ground Pounder or like Earthwalker or something. I don't know. Because it kind of looks like a vehicle with gnarly wheels of some sort, but I think it is almost done. And I like how it's come out. Hopefully once those thrusters are welded up, it performs beautifully. And once it's charged. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I hope you have a fantastic day.